So right on the other side of these trees is another trail, and there's many different ways you can come out of these trails. So if I ever come out and I find them here, they'll usually be sitting right here where I got the camera aimed, and they'll be looking for me, and I'll be coming out usually right down there, right? So if I come out there and I poke my head out and I see them before they see me, it does sometimes happen, then what I can do is I go back in, because again, I don't want them knowing where, I don't want them knowing the vehicles that I'm driving. I don't want them knowing how I'm getting around, unless I want them to know, unless I need to follow them. If I need to track them, then yes. Then I'll let them see me, and then I'll follow them to see if they're following me. And they will if they can, but they're just as interested in the rest of my family, so pretty fucked up. So what I was going to say is another place of entry is when I go back, I can come through here, which is the way that I'm going to go now, just to show you and show them, so because I know they're going to watch these videos, so they'll know. So I can poke my head out here, and I also can travel back through those woods back there. And I can come back way back there. I can come out and go all the way around the back of the building if I want, or whatever, to lose them, so they're wasting their time. Is really the only thing I can do, is just make them waste their time. And that's the most incredible part to me, really, is how much time these people have. If they've got 4 to 6 hours a day to follow one person, it's a lot of money. That's a big budget to be spending on a nobody, you know? So it's actually very ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Especially knowing which agencies they are. Now that I'm starting to get a better idea of who everybody is, it's even more ridiculous to me. I mean, these people usually shake down people who have money. You shake down business owners and people who have jobs. You don't fucking shake down homeless, jobless, fucking free-for-all people, you know what I mean? And it's really strange. Well, it should be strange to whoever is watching my channel and listening should find it strange. But I don't find it strange at all, because I know what I'm showing you, how big of a deal it is. I know that exposing the true creator and showing you the true system and the real system is a much bigger deal than any of you listening right now may realize, including the agents that are following you. I'm even talking to you. You're in denial about what you're watching on my channel. You're only watching it for the wrong reasons, and you should really go look at what it is I'm showing you in my channel, any of my channels. Instead of assuming that it's all about what you were told it was about when your boss told you and sent you on the job, then you should really go look and see what it's really all about. And I guarantee you, if you go and look, you're going to quit your job. You'll never work for any government agency ever again. Not if you have any care about the human population. You know, one of the things that I've been wondering about as I've been doing this all these years now, showing you people the system. And one of the things I've been wondering about with some of these high-ranking people, how much of the system do they know about, really, you know? I mean, are they just told, do what we say and you'll be popular and famous and rich and all that, and that's good enough? And that's why they do what they do? Or do they know the actual system and they're purposely lying to you, lying to all of us? Is that what's going on with some? I don't know, you know? Like Joe Rogan, for example. Elon Musk, we know Elon Musk is a total liar. We know that everything out of Elon Musk's mouth is a lie. Anybody connected with him is a lie. We know that. We don't have to question it. I don't have to question it. Because what he's selling is outer space. Anybody selling you outer space, not anybody. Some people that are selling you outer space probably are fooled. They probably don't know any better. They grew up reading too many books, watching too many sci-fi movies, and so space aliens and shit's real big and high on their list, you know. But Elon Musk and people at the top, people in NASA, you know, NASA, right? They're all actors and actresses. So how many of them know the true system? How many of them know the real system? How many are purposeful liars and which ones are coincidental, you know? Could they really hire these actors, they call them astronauts, and they're going to go put on some fake ass fucking show for you? I mean, you would think they'd be smart enough by now. They're educated and everything. You'd think they have some common sense that it's not a reality and it's all fictional, what they're showing you and shit on these space stations and all this shit. So how do they do it? You know, do they do it with drugs? Do they drug the astronauts and make them believe that they did these things? When they do the videos of the astronauts in the space station, do they really believe that they're up in outer space when they're in that space station? It could all just be a hologram, and who the fuck knows how they put it all together. Or is everybody in on it? Do they all know about it? And they all just act. They're terrible actors. I mean, they sure, you know, think about the shit that they show you on the space station. It's so stupid, you know? It's all just about how we brush our teeth, how we go to the bathroom. I mean, what the fuck are you people doing up there? There's, 20-something of you sometimes at a time, and you're not doing anything. It's ridiculous. If you only want to prove that you can be in outer space or what, that makes no fucking sense. I'd be questioning it easy. So when you see some of the most famous actors, astronaut actors, they were terrible actors. Buzz Aldrin or whatever his name is, and the other one that passed away. I mean, the guys that supposedly went to the moon and all that. They knew they were lying. They knew they were agents, and they were going to be lying to everybody. They didn't think that they were. In other words, they weren't fooled by any of it. Maybe in the beginning they were fooled when they first started out in their careers. But once the fake launch went down and all that shit, then they stood back and they knew. So Buzz seemed to be more okay with it, with lying to everybody. He was okay with it, but the other one wasn't. The other one was kind of Armstrong. Armstrong had a hard time lying to everybody about it. He had a hard time with the fame. It was all such a crock of shit. I mean, you look back at all that moon landing nonsense and everything, it was so full of shit. So something else that's happening right now is a big thing, is the elections. So right now we're ready to vote in a bunch of Republicans. And we're going to vote all the Republicans in because the Democrats have turned everything to shit, right? I said that. This is exactly what I said in the Candace Owens series when I was doing it, is I told Candace Owens this is the way that it was going to go down, and it's going down exactly the way that I said it was going to go down. And they all work together to do this. We see it every fucking time, when Bush Jr., we can go back to him, you can go back to Reagan, you can go back to any of the presidents. They fuck up a bunch of shit on one side or the other, depending on what party they're with, and they drive us into the ground. Terrible, terrible laws that Congress puts through. War after war after war, killing millions and millions of people, killing ourselves. We got the mineral streets going on above our head the whole fucking time, and we all ignored it. Controlling the weather, just the idea of controlling the weather. I've been talking about us humans controlling the weather for these last couple series more than I had in the past, because my videos would get deleted. So I'm trying to be careful about how I do it, but I have been throwing it out there here and there. That's got to be a big issue for these people, because when the human population realizes, really, we've just been lying to ourselves. You can't really blame the governments for any of these things. It's our fault. It's our fault. Even when they fucking bust me down, it's not. I mean, they're just fucking agents. They're zombies like the rest of us. So when they come to bust me, they're no fucking brighter than anybody else. Or I should say, they're all geniuses, just like everybody else. They're all so fucking intelligent that they think that they're getting the bad guy. They're getting me off the fucking out of the way and whatever they're gonna do. So they're not gonna know. They don't have real consciousness or comprehension of what it is they're doing. Because if they stopped and looked around a little bit, they'd realize it and say, "Holy fuck, he's right. We have been doing this the whole time," which is easy to see once you go look at the system. Once you look at the true creator's work and you start putting it all together and you realize everything was a lie. The math is a fucking lie. Zeros and infinity do not even exist other than the human imagination. They made it, brought it into our conscious realm, and we used a zero and infinity in our math. That's ridiculous. And it seems like such an outrageous thing to say when people hear it, but it's really true. It's 100% provable, and it's 100% true. There is no zero in nature, and there's no infinity in nature. The true creator doesn't see zeros, and neither does the false creator/creator. It was all bullshit. Evolution, bullshit. Unicorns, bullshit. Dinosaurs, bullshit. Those are all fucking lies. And you think, well, what good would the lie of dinosaurs be? And there are dinosaur footprints all over the place. And the only way, if anything that looked like a dinosaur, first of all, anything that they tell you that a dinosaur looked like, those are definitely false. Those are not true. But they're definitely also, at the same time, were other creatures that walked the earth different times that humans divided Adam. Because every time humans divide Adam, we get new species. After the smoke clears, we'll end up with new species. Now, depending on how many people are left after we do this reset, because we're ready to do a reset, that's one of the things I talked about also under the Candace Owens series. That's all coming to light now. More and more people are talking about it. Books have been written over the years about it. They're calling it the Great Reset. And it's not the Great Reset, because there have been many, many other resets. Some of them were partial resets in history, and some of them were full resets. Those are human resets. We reset on our own by dividing Adam in a very big way, not in a small way, in a very big way. So if they have a nuclear war, like they're talking about doing now, they can easily do a reset, whether it's partial reset or a full reset. We have enough flying penises that will explode and divide Adam. We have enough of them all over, scattered all over the fucking earth, that we can easily do this. It's not a big deal to them. When everyone starts to wake up, is most likely when they're gonna do a full reset. If not everybody wakes up, they'll just do partial resets. So let's say, for example, there was more people out there showing you what I'm showing you. And I have no doubt that they're out there. I have no doubt that there are others out there who are seeing everything that I'm now seeing. And they know about what it is I'm showing you about. Maybe even possibly can explain it even better than I do, okay? But they're not me. I just so happen to be able to articulate these things to you. putting myself in danger where they may not be willing to put themselves in danger. They're not the type of people to put themselves out there. So they're just sitting back, just like I'm telling you the animals are all doing. The animals are sitting back and talking to each other, not with words like we do, and they're shaking their heads saying, what the fuck are these humans doing? What the fuck are they doing? You know? We are the ones, we are the geniuses that have all the consciousness and the intelligence and all this bullshit that we think that is so great. And it could be, but it's used against us. It's not used in our favor. Our intelligence is definitely not used in our favor. Because we're indoctrinated and we're programmed, that's why. So in other words, intelligence just becomes a memory. It's just all comes down to the memory capsule and the memory chip, whatever you want to call it. And the better your memory, the more intelligent you will appear in the human realm. Because that's the way we made it. So, matter of fact, I'll go down here too. So when I'm shaking these guys, there's all these trails like this all over the place, right? So to lose them and get them, they have to get onto foot. They don't like to make face-to-face contact, especially not while they're surveilling someone and all that kind of stuff. So again, they've been surveilling me for 6 years, 5, 6 years, something like that. And in all that time, if they had something on me, they would have grabbed me on it. Because they had me in their sights. They knew where I was. They're pretending like they didn't know where they were. And all of a sudden now, they're all of a sudden putting all these different agents on me all at the same time. Like I said, maybe because it's more than the original one. Maybe it was just one agency before and now it's all three. Maybe one got the other two involved somehow or something like that. I don't know. So if they go to do a reset, and they do a full reset, then there won't be anybody to tell the next generations the truth. There won't be anybody. I'll be gone. Maybe the other 20, 30 people or whatever scattered around the earth will also coincidentally be gone. And if they're not gone and they don't get taken out with an immediate strike, then they'll just get taken out until their death. They'll just get taken out and put in jail or something like that until they die off. And then nobody will be the wiser. And then the next generations, all the next generations, they're not going to know shit. They're going to still be believing in space aliens. They're going to think they live on a fucking spinny whip, pear rocket ball. They're going to believe, our children are going to believe that they live on a spinny, wet pear rocket ball. It defies all reality, but yet they still believe it. And they're going to believe that even more so. And then the ones that don't will believe in other psyops, such as, oh, the earth is flat. No, the earth is not flat. There's mountains, hills, valleys all over the fucking thing. It's not, no, we live in an electrical system. And we can see the true creator. We can see the true creator's builders. We can see the whole fucking thing for ourselves. But you have to open your eyes. You can't keep listening and believing the things that we were taught in our lifetime. I don't care how much money you're making from your education. It does not mean just because you learned all the lies and you memorized all the lies that they now somehow become fact. It doesn't work that way. You're just saying that it's true, but it's definitely not fucking true, and I can prove that they're all not true. All right, so I'm back at my starting point. So So I guess that's it. I wasn't really looking to make videos today anyways. I was just running through. I just kind of wanted to get some of this stuff out there because I feel like it's going to be any day now. And if they come any day now, I won't have a chance to get back to these videos. And I at least want them out there, so that these videos out there, I mean, so that when they do take me out, people will know what happened. And they'll say, gee, what happened to that fucking dude? We don't see him anymore. We don't hear. Oh, this is what's happening. Just so you all know. And before they knock my channels down, you really should go and look at what it is I'm showing you out there. Somebody, anybody who fucking can go look. Anybody. I'll be back maybe. We'll see what happens.